Preparing for the IELTS exam can be really boring and disappointing, like waking up with a big spot on your chin. No one likes it. So today we're going to try and make preparing for the IELTS fun by stepping into some new characters and doing some model answers for a range of different speaking topics. And more specifically, we're going to help you to build vocabulary in a fun and humorous context.
You're watching
Real English
with
Real Teachers.
Real Teachers.
Shall we start with your character then?
I think so. We're going to generate a personality for me because I don't have one, of course. And then I'm going to answer for this person.
Your name is Barry Darth Doris. Okay. And your friends call you Stable Barry.
Stable Barry. Lovely. I feel stable.
Stable Barry. You're 25 years old.
Okay, not far off my age.
Your positive characteristic is you are stable.
I can now understand why I've got that nickname, Stable Barry.
It also says you're lovable, but then, as a negative characteristic, you are untrustworthy and unfriendly.
And what's my hobby?
What you love is ferret racing. Ferret racing.
Come on. Ferret racing. Didn't know that was a thing, to be honest. So now we're going to go on to the questions of part 1 in the IELTS speaking exam. And we're going to choose some random topics that might be less common for you. So hit me with your first question.
So Barry, your first question is, do you have a pet? Okay, so before Barry tells us all about his pet ferret, I just want to tell you quickly about the sponsor of this video. So CAMBLY is a mobile app which is designed especially for busy English learners like you. What you do is you download the app, choose how many minutes you want to speak English per day and how many days you want to practice your English per week. You can then use these minutes to connect with native English teachers instantly. You could be sitting on the toilet and you fancy practicing your English. You just press practice English and then within 10 seconds you are connected with a qualified teacher. I mean, don't do it on the toilet, maybe do it on your lunch break or something. But the point is, it's incredibly convenient. Also, when you finish your lessons, you are then given the video recordings of your lessons, meaning you can re-watch them and reinforce the corrections that the teacher gave you and remember the new vocabulary that you've learned as well, which is really cool. So it's a great app and we recommend you give it a go. If you do like the sound of it, just click the link in the description box and you'll be given 15 minutes of CAMBLY credits to use as and when you please. And then if you really like the app, you can sign up to one of their monthly plans and you'll be given 10% discount on us. So I hope you enjoy that and let's get back to the IELTS exam with Barry.
Well, funnily enough, I have more than one pet. I have over 5 ferrets running around my garden.
And do you like animals?
Yeah, I've always loved animals right from the word go, and it's been a major characteristic of mine for many years now.
Wow, interesting. And what's your favourite animal?
You could have probably guessed this by now, but my favourite animal is a ferret, because I've had many other animals in the past and they just haven't lived up to what I know as the amazing ferret. It's able to go and get my can of beer when I need to. It's able to lick my ears clean. It's able to even eat the spiders in the corner of the house. It's got many skills, and not many rabbits or horses could do that.
Yeah, a horse couldn't even open the fridge, could it?
No, not great with a big clumpy hoof.
Yeah, a rabbit couldn't do it either.
Not big enough ears. No, the ears are big enough. Well, it's just not tall enough, is it?
No, it's not tall enough, yeah. You could get a mini fridge, maybe.
Could get a mini fridge, or maybe even a string attached to the handle. Alright, so that is Stable Barry's first round. And now I'm going to give Harry his personality at last. Your name is Tom Jolie.
Tom Jolie? Do I not have a middle name?
You do? Do you want it?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I'm Harry Peter Giles. I want to see Tom what Jolie?
All right, some people don't have second names. Tom Gary Jolie.
Gary!
Your nickname is Rush.
Rush? What, Rush Tom?
No, just Rush. Just Rush. You were born 35 years ago.
I'm 35 then, yeah, brilliant.
You're from America and you're middle class.
Okay, what's a positive characteristic of mine, apart from being middle class, of course?
You're creative.
Ah.
A negative characteristic is that you're unsteady.
Okay, so nothing like stable Barry then.
No. 2 hobbies. One of them is you binge watch box sets.
Ah.
And you love a Rubik's Cube.
To be honest, I think I would get on with John Gary Jolie. I think it's quite spot on. It's quite similar to me. Creative and unsteady.
Rush Tom, are clothes important to you?
Oh, that's an interesting question, Barry. Yeah, clothes are important to me. I'm quite a creative individual, so I always like to go out looking for new modern styles, because I work with a lot of people who dress in quite an interesting, trendy way. So I like to try to fit in the group and dress like my colleagues. So yeah, for me, clothes are really important.
Tom, have you ever worn a uniform?
Yes, I have. When I was fresh out of uni, I got a job in a business, and I had to put on a suit every single day. Yeah, and I actually detested it. I really didn't like it. It wasn't my thing.
Oh no! What did you do to get out of that situation?
Well, they fired me.
Oh, for gross negligence, or?
No, I just wasn't very good at my job.
Do most people in your country follow fashion?
I haven't really thought about this before, but when I look around me, and I walk through the town centre, I see a lot of people that are following the latest trends. And the typical high street shops like Top Man, River Island, they're stocked up with the latest fashions, and people are ready and raring to take these things off the shelf and wear them out on the high street on a Saturday night.
And do you take yourself out on a Saturday with your Rubik's Cube?
I am partial to a pint, a nice beer now and then, and if I don't have a friend to go with, then yeah, I will take my Rubik's Cube and just sit around and try and change those colours.
Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. How quickly can you solve a Rubik's Cube?
Well, very, very slowly. That's why they call me Rush. I just do it. I've never actually finished one. I just like doing it. I just like it. It's just nice to have it. I find it quite relaxing. It's kind of like having a companion when you've got a Rubik's. It's something to fiddle with,
I fiddle with my ferrets, actually.
Do your ferrets fiddle with you?
Yes, actually, they do. Yeah.
Oh, what do they fiddle with, Barry? I might have to call the RSPCA.
Just my toes.
Your toes.
Okay, another question.
Actually, no. I'm gonna ask you questions from a different topic, Barry. You ready?
Yes. Yeah. Hit me.
Do you often watch TV?
I sometimes watch the TV if there's some sort of spiritual program on, but most of the time it's filled with stupid programs like talent shows, X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, and I just think they're a pile of old poo. So no, I don't bother with that.
Okay, right. What about kind of wildlife programs? Do you ever watch them?
No.
Really? But you love ferrets. Why don't you watch that?
When was the last time you saw a wildlife program about ferrets? They're very underexposed to the general public. It's most upsetting. I'm actually creating my own documentary about my ferrets in their natural habitat. my living room.
And what sort of things do you watch on TV then? If you had to watch the TV?
Have you ever seen Davina McCall Does Yoga?
No, I haven't. I can imagine what it's about.
It's a bloody good one. Give it a go. Give it a go. I watch that on repeat most mornings.
What about in the evening?
Evening, there's no digital technology on. It's just me and my ferrets. We're just bonding.
Not bondage.
No.
And do you ever watch foreign programs or films?
I did once watch a Japanese meditation. Yeah, but it was just an old bloke sat on a rock for an hour. It was kind of like, I thought it was a still image, but then he scratched his nose once. So I realised it was an hour-long feature film of this man on a rock. But I didn't take much away from it other than it was a relaxing time for me.
You're quite bright, aren't you, Barry?
What gives you that idea?
Nothing.
You're being sarky.
Do you think children should watch TV, Barry?
Definitely not. No. They should be locked away until they're 16, and then they will be allowed out to socialise with...
Ferrets?
No, not ferrets, not until you're 21. No, 16 to 21, you're allowed to meet people outside as a normal human.
I guess you don't have kids.
I've got 3.
Ferrets aren't kids.
I've got 1.
So we conclude today's lesson with that final cackling of laughter. But that's not all, because we don't want to send you home from school empty-handed. That would be so cruel. So the first thing we've done for you is we've made a Quizlet flashcard deck, which contains all of the words in today's lesson, enabling you to revise the new vocabulary on the go and put it into practice. So this is totally free. All you need to do is click the Quizlet link in the description box, submit your email address, and you are done. Secondly, at the end of this week, we are going to be doing an exclusive Skype conversation class in which a small group of us will meet on a 1-hour Skype call to review the vocabulary from this video and put it into practice in a lovely conversation. So if you fancy chatting with a real teacher and other like-minded English learners, then click the class link in the description box and sign up. Group classes will be small, so if you are interested, I'd recommend joining sooner rather than later. In the meantime, we would love you to get active in the comment section and tell us your own answers to the IELTS questions from this video. So thank you for watching, and until next time, do take care.